morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello, wherever you are in the world. What a beautiful blessing it is to be able to stay connected. So today we're going to look at sciatica, and the flow that I'm presenting to you today is all about strengthening not only the glutes in particular, but specifically the piriformis muscle, which is a muscle that is deeply inside the glute, and it's this muscle that gets really compressed and aggravated when we have a sciatic nerve flare-up. So just a little bit of background information. Sciatica is different from a slipped disc, okay? If you experience sciatica, chances are you're going to be experiencing a pain on the lateral side of one or two legs, the lateral being the outside of the leg, not the inside. And this pain is a nerve pain that can shoot all the way down towards the ankle, okay? It becomes very, very difficult for us to sit down, to take part in daily tasks. Even walking can be quite painful. And if you do experience sciatica on both sides of the body, then it is advised to seek medical help, as this can also affect your bladder movements. So let's get started. I hope you enjoy. We're going to begin in a tabletop position, and nice and easy, we're going to start to open the chest up towards the sky and arch the back. And then as we exhale, we're going to push the floor away and round everything in and bring the chin right in towards the chest. So nice and gentle cat and cows, which already these really do help to release and create space through the lower back so that the sciatic or the piriformis muscle can stretch out a little bit. Okay, so you're just going to do this just for a few times, and then I really invite you to now move the spine in whichever direction it wants to go. So you can start to flow backwards, you can bring the wrists forwards, you can roll. Just have a moment just to notice, okay, what does my body want to do? Okay, and the difference between stretching the sciatic or the piriformis muscle and strengthening it is usually, if we're a little bit ignorant with knowledge of sciatica, then, and we haven't been given the correct information, then what naturally we feel like we want to do is we feel like we want to stretch it out. But stretching will only provide a temporary pain relief, okay? So what you actually need to do is strengthen that piriformis muscle. Okay, so once you've done a few rounds of your cat and cow, you're going to come through to center, neutral, and just start by extending the right leg back. Now, if your sciatica is quite intense, even this might start to feel quite painful, but you want to lift up the kneecap and drive the heel back, so you're really stretching the whole hamstring. Just be mindful, okay? We're just stretching just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now extend the leg, and we're going to take 10 pulses, okay? Imagine you've got a resistance band on the leg, so you want to do it nice and slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, extend the foot, and imagine that you've got a stamp on the bottom of the foot, and you're going to stamp the foot towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring the knee right out to the side. Okay, you want to lift it as high as you can, and then we'll do the same thing. We're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From this position, join that knee on the bottom knee, and then scoop yourself down onto the left hip and bring yourself down onto the left forearm. Nice and easy, keeping the knees at a 90-degree angle. we're going to push and drive the hips forwards off the mat, and then open that right knee towards the back of the room for a clamp. Close the right knee and then drop the hips down, okay? So when you're doing these, again, we're going to lift, and I'm going to drive my hips towards you guys, and then push and drive that top knee back. Bring the top knee down, drop the hips, and repeat. Inhale, lift, open, bring the knees together, and slowly lower the hips down. Again, pressing down through the forearm, lift the hips, open the top knee, release the top knee, and drop the hips down. One more. Inhale, lift, squeeze, bring the knees together, and drop the knees down. From this position, we'll simply roll back over onto all fours, and then we're going to repeat it on the opposite side. So it left leg extends back, lift up the toes, push the heels back, nice and easy stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg, take those 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot, bend your knees to the knee, take 10 pulses towards the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending the knee out to the side. Make sure it doesn't flop down. Okay, I'm just going to pivot so that you can see. The knee does not flop down. It's lifting high. It's lifting high. It's going to burn. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join the knees together. Lower the hips down and place yourself on the right forearm this time for our clams. Driving the hips away from the mat, and then dragging that top knee back, pressing it back towards the back of the room. Bringing the left knee down, drop the hips. Inhale, lift the hips, open into clam, release the clam, and lower the hips towards the ground. Inhale to lift, drive the knees away, bring the knees together, and drop the hips down. Last two. Inhale, lift, squeeze and open, bring the knees together, and lower the hips back down. Slow and controlled. Inhale, lift, open, bring, and drive the knees all the way down. From here, we're gonna roll over onto our back. If you do have some small weights at home as well, you can also use weights in this little exercise and place the weights onto your pelvis area as we extend into bridge, okay? So first bridge, we're going to make sure we can tickle the heels. We're going to do 3 different sets of bridges. First one, feet on the ground. Inhale to drive the hips up. Exhale, lowers down. Nice and easy, okay? 5 rounds. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Drive the hips up. Exhale to lower. So you want to squeeze the glutes a little bit. Okay, inhale to lift. Hips are higher than the knees, and exhale to lower. Again, one more. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. The second set of bridges, we're going to take wide feet, a little bit wider than the mat. And then again, 1, 2, 3. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lowers down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lowers down. Again, if you've got that weight, it's going to be a little bit more beneficial. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lowering it down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Make sure you're not rushing the movements. 1 more. Inhale to lift and drive. And exhale, lowers down. Wicked, everybody. Now from this position, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together for glute bridges with clam legs. Okay, so knees come out to the side. 1, 2, 3. Inhale to lift. and exhale to lower. Really feel the difference there, okay? Inhale to lift the hips and exhale to lower it down. Inhale, drive as high as you can right at the top, and exhale, slowly lower it down. Be careful of the lower back. Inhale to push. Exhale, lowering it down. Last two, inhale to lift everything up, and exhale to lower it down. One more, inhale to lift, and you're just going to hold at the top. Hold for 10, draw the knees down, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly and carefully lower yourself all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest. 1, 2, 3. You're going to rock yourself up and down the spine 2 or 3 times. And on the third rock, you're going to roll yourself over and find yourself back into that tabletop position. Okay. From here, we're going to bring the right shin forwards and extend the left leg back for pigeon. Now, we're not coming into a sleepy pigeon, we're going to come into a very, very active pigeon, okay? Meaning the back toes tuck under and then the back knee lifts off the ground. From that position, I'm going to lift my hips slightly higher away from the mat and notice my body. I'm walking myself forwards and I'm hovering my chest just a few inches off the ground and I'm on my fingertips. And I'm going to hold it here for about a minute, okay? So I really want you to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Focus. For a lot of us, this is going to be a killer, a real burner, so stay with it. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. About 20 more seconds. Where is the mind? Your body is healing. 10, 9, 8, keep kicking the heels. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down and then swing that left leg out and around and over the right knee. Okay. Inhale to raise the right hand to the sky and then exhale, hook the right elbow across to the left knee and take a nice little twist. Gaze over the right shoulder for 1, 2, you should feel the stretch quite deeply. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head to center. Exhale slowly. You're going to de-rotate over to the right. Lift the hips and then do a full Michael Jackson turn all the way around so you're back at the front of the mat. And you're just going to reverse that process and now take the twist on the opposite side. So the right hand comes back, left hand up and hook the elbow across. Okay. Inhale, lengthen and then exhale, twist for 1, 2, 3, breathe in, 4, 5, inhale, head to center, exhale to release the pose and now swing the right leg back behind you. You're going to find the same position on the opposite side, okay? So just a reminder, one side, so when we do it on the left side, you might feel a difference from the right side, and that's completely normal, okay? Lifting the right knee off the ground and then dragging that right heel back and lift the hips just a few inches off the ground. Start to walk your fingertips forwards. You're not bringing the whole chest down, you're hovering and you're holding here for about 1 minute. Breathe. Notice my chest is not down here, okay? My chest is lifting. I'm sucking my tummy in. Shaping is good for us. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Focus. The body is healing. And just about 20 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Bring yourself through to center at the top of the mat. Place both feet down, and then we're going to come all the way up to stand. Just to finish, we're going to do some strengtheners with some low squats. Okay, so this really, really helps the back of the body and the glutes, the hamstrings to stay strong. So turning the toes out and the heels in very slightly. Think about, you do want to send your bottom or your hips back, okay? We're going to slowly lower ourselves down and gradually, nice and slowly, come all the way up. So you're squeezing that in, okay? No rushing. Again, slowly lower it down. Breathe. You're going to squeeze as you drive it up. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the glutes. 3 more. And of course, you can do as many of these as you want. You can pause the video, you can add on. Breathe. And I would recommend to do this flow maybe 3 times a week if your sciatica is quite intense. And you should start to feel a difference, okay? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We've got 2 more squats. Sorry about my counting. Slowly, 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 slowly. And then drive it all the way back up. Last one. Slowly, 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 slowly. And then drive it all the way back up. Good job, everybody. Come to center, come to neutral. Last bit to finish. Feet together. Place the left hand onto the left hip. You can also hold onto a wall or a rail. And you're just going to squeeze the right leg out to the side, lifting the kneecap and kicking it out and then bringing it in. Again, if you've got a resistance band, it's going to be helpful. Squeeze and bring it in. Squeeze, bring it in. Squeeze it out and bring it in. 2 more. Squeeze, bring it in. Last one, you're squeezing and bringing it in. Changing sides, right hand onto right hip or over the wall. Notice my foot is flexed and I'm dragging it out to the side, or I'm feeling it in my glute today, and then taking it all the way out. Bringing it all the way back in. And sending it all the way back. Bring it in. Last 2. Send it all the way back. Squeeze it back in. And then drive it all the way out. Wicked, wicked, everyone. Come all the way back through to center and you are done. Okay, so that's a nice little flow for you to do. You don't really need any warm-up. It's more like gym kind of exercise. You can include these in your vinyasa flows if you're flowing at home, or you can do it as a standalone practice. Again, if your sciatica is quite intense, I would recommend to do this flow maybe 3 times a week. And one other thing is, one of the biggest causes of sciatica is sitting down, okay? So if you have been sat down quite a lot, then try and move a little bit, okay? Especially if we're working from home, studying. I used to get sciatica a lot when I was working within a school. I used to work for children, so I was always sat on a teacher's chair, and then sat on public buses and public transport. So try and think of other ways around this to help reduce your symptoms. Good luck.